We're in the TMC newsroom here in San Jose. I want to thank Dan Foster, the president of MegaPath, for being here. Dan, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Carl.
Now, real quick, I knew you guys when you were doing mostly wholesale type solutions, and you guys have kind of changed up on me here. You bought a lot of different companies, including Speakeasy. By the way, thank you for keeping the Speakeasy website up, so those of us who are interested in what our bandwidth is can still go to that measurement.
Sure, the speed test,
Yeah, the speed test. But real quick, kind of tell us what exactly the marketing mix now is of who you service and what's going on.
Right. Well, we continue to service all of the same segments that we did as separate companies. So just stepping back a little, MegaPath, Speakeasy, and Covad have all been rolled into one brand under the name MegaPath. In fact, we're taking the old legacy Covad business, which is wholesale, and rolling that in at the back end. So we're doing the back end of the brand integration right now, and it'll all be complete by the end of this year. But that side of the business is wholesale, so carriers all the way down to resellers. We've got the MegaPath and Speakeasy. MegaPath was more enterprise related, although we had a decent sized SMB base there. And Speakeasy was very good on the hosted into the SMB segment. So you take those three together, you've got a very strong carrier and wholesale division with a lot of interesting and exciting new products. And then you've got a direct business, both through channel partners, which we do a lot of work with you all at TMC, and direct through to the end user in the enterprise segment and the SMB segment. So a lot of different products. We've got the hosted voice, hosted security. So I know cloud is all the rage these days, but we've actually been doing that since about 06 or so on both the hosted voice and the security, and then of course access.
Okay, and let's go into the cloud here.
Sure.
Because you guys have been there for a while now. What type of cloud services are people looking for from you?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, they, the hosted product, the hosted voice product is just flying off the shelf, so to speak. Channel partners are starting to get it, so folks who were primarily PBX resellers are coming around and saying, you know what, I can get a lot more capability and not actually have to put a PBX out on site. And so the customer segment in that small to mid-sized market, we're seeing by MPLS network, so they want a private cloud-based network with security in the cloud, and they want the phone in the cloud as well. So really what they want is a Ethernet jack, and they want phones on their desk.
Okay, and are you providing a full solution, or are you offering them different devices, or is any IP phone adequate? What's the answer?
We have large partnerships with both Cisco and Polycom, and so those are our primary go-to markets on the phone side of the house. And then we use a variety of different endpoints, so Cisco, Adtran, Fortinet. In fact, we just introduced a Fortinet security product where it's got PCI compliancy. We've got a lot of large customers in the retail and distributed enterprise space. So everything from at the upper end, Edward D. Jones, we just did a rollout with those folks to Family Dollar, which is around the country. We've got 7,000 endpoints there. So pretty exciting on the enterprise level, offering them cloud-based services, whether it's just simple security or down to the mid-market. And really where we're headed is infrastructure as a service as well. We've got a small business today in Dallas, and we're looking at some different investment theses around how do we build out infrastructure as a service and enable private cloud via the network and enable the virtual private servers and some of the other capabilities.
So for the channel partner, what's your ideal channel partner to work with?
Well, we've got a few flavors. Our ideal is somebody who's got a really close customer relationship. And it's an interesting part in the history of the channel right now, because you've got consolidation. You've got folks who are going from being almost pure agents, if you will, to more solution providers. So the agents are moving into the solution side, and they expect, and their customers expect, more out of you as a service provider. And then we've got much larger integrators as well. So we closed a very large retail chain with $500 million integrator. So we're finding that those folks need private network, and they need an alternative to the old, to the Lex.
Right, and you mentioned the fact that that one of your key differentiators is the back-end systems for the channel in terms of how you manage provisioning and trouble tickets. Want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, you know, one of the, and that's really, I can tell you with an integration of companies, that is probably the most difficult thing, but I think that you've got a pretty experienced team doing this. That's one of my biggest opportunities, I would say, as well, which is because we are at a point now where we can reinvest in that side of the house, we're building out a new partner program and a new portal. So we're really saying, what does it mean from the life cycle of the partner and their end user to get order status, trouble tickets, and then really start to look at more in-depth network characterization and really offer that up to the channel partners. So whether it's add moves and changes, which is, I think, table stakes in this industry, to really a lot more capability to, hey, I need a phone out there, I need it drop shipped, I need it tomorrow, and I need all of the fulfillment, kind of the classic registration on the phone delivered as well. So we're doing a lot in that space.
Cool. Cool. So I really look forward to seeing some more from you. I haven't done my speakeasy test today on my WiMAX phone, but last time we were here I did it, and we had amazing speeds. Just out of curiosity, are you seeing people wanting you to be more virtual, taking the advantage of the cloud with wireless as well?
Yeah, wireless and but still wired as well. So we've got a lot of wireless offerings. In fact, we're going to be delivering all of our portals through smartphones. But also, one of the most exciting things we're doing is we're building out Ethernet over copper. We're going to have the largest Ethernet over copper build out in the U.S. Per the vendors, both vendors who have bid on the business. And so we started that. We'll have some announcements, I think, with you guys of several cities that are being launched in July, and it's a rolling rollout throughout the rest of the year.
So that would mean that some wireless backhaul opportunities exist for you as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cool. So that's a great segment. Appreciate the tip.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks
Carl,
so much.
thank you.